Hello, ladies. Welcome to the Sophie's Choice podcast show. My name is Sophie. I am your host, and so excited to take you with me into my quantum field. For those of you who don't know me, I am a psychologist specialized in quantum physics, law of attraction, anything mindset related, and I'm crazy. I'm super crazy, and I activate you in your highest timeline. So if you're ready to manifest next level shit in your life, this is the show for you. Hope you enjoy.
Unique and perfect is what you are. And your miracle will come true. Sophie's Choice.
Okay, my loves. So, as you have been noticing, I'm very present on Instagram, and I don't know what happened. But in this new timeline, I'm just in love with Instagram. I'm just having the time of my life with creating reels and these videos, and they're basically mainly videos that I create for myself because I just have so much fun with it to remind myself of the true reality, and I just enjoy sharing it. But this is not why I'm recording this podcast for you guys today. I'm recording this podcast because in March, the 2nd of March, I'm starting with a new group of very exceptional women in my new edition of the experiment. And the new edition of the experiment is the edition which is called Coming Home. Now, there are several things I want to share with you around that today. First is a story that I found in my phone. So I was looking in my phone for a butterfly, and in the iPhone you can actually search, and then you can insert a search term, a word, and I inserted butterfly, and I found a story of a butterfly in my phone that I saved in 2018. I do not recall ever reading this story or ever putting it there, but apparently I have. And it's called The Butterfly Story. And it's a story about a man who actually found a butterfly trying to get herself out of her cocoon. And this man, he saw this butterfly struggling, and he felt so sorry for the butterfly that he got a little knife and he cut open the cocoon so that the butterfly could just easily get out. And then the strangest thing has happened. This man sees this butterfly sort of like losing all the energy and eventually dying. And then he meets this biologist, and the biologist tells him that cutting open that cocoon to help the butterfly was absolutely the worst thing that he could have done for the butterfly, because the butterfly needed to struggle to actually gain strength in her wings to be able to fly. So the struggle was necessary so that she could actually fly, and flying is necessary for the butterfly to live. And I also created a reel about this, but a very short version. I do the extended version here. And it's so interesting. We always resist struggle. We always try to have our lives perfect and amazing and la-di-da-di-da and la-di-da-di-do. But what if the struggle is the actual thing that you need so that you can fly? What if you are just being prepared for the most amazing experience ever? What if it is a necessity? So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you. Then the second thing is that I felt a little nervous around opening or like coming public again with my new experiment. And usually when I'm nervous around something, that means that it's actually something I'm very called to do. Usually when I'm nervous about something, it's something that my guides are showing me, and then I'm like, oh, do I really have to do this? And I think the main reason why I felt a little nervous about it, it's like a similar like sensation that I had around launching the event, is that I know the sacredness and the immense transformation that comes along with the experience. I know that of the event, for myself, for the women who are attending, I know that of the experiment. So you all know I do different things, right? And everything serves its purpose. And I do these fun games, and they're fun, and their investments are like lower, like 500 euros most of the time. That is like fun. That absolutely creates amazing energy, high vibes, and it's like sort of like a catapult. But the true transformations, the true change happens in my experiences, which is my event, the experiment, the place where we are like very intensely together, right? So on my event, you are in my energy field a whole day, and we're gonna go deep. Oh my goodness, we're gonna go deep. I remember like stepping into my event in 2018. Like I literally still have women who attended that event and are like, oh my God, so I still don't know what happened there. It's like you walk into that space and you become a different person. I will never ever forget that event. And I know for a fact that this event in April it has the same feeling. It's the same kind, like even better, right? But the very deep energy, transformative. Nothing, I can't say anything about it other than that. Tickets, by the way, are still available. Don't you love how that sounded? That sounded like such a voiceover, right? That just comes through. And I see Heron actually, well, I'll say that, which is funny. Tickets are still available. That's like one of my spirit team members who's just coming in like, okay, tell them tickets are still available. Okay. The experiment is a similar experience. We worked together for 2 months. It's a very aligned experience. It's a very sacred energy. It is not like the very you know my side, that I can be very like high vibes and like yes, like the cheerleader vibe. That is like what I do on the Instagram. That's what I do in my games, right? In my lower price portals, which are amazing things. Like I said, we need those as well. We need those to actually catapult us. But if you are catapulting, I don't know if it's a word, but if you're catapulting, like if you're using the catapult and you pull back the elastic and you have nothing in the elastic to pull back and launch into whatever the universe, it has no point, right? So the games that I organize and the Instagram content that I create only serve the highest purpose if you're also having the foundation, if you're also doing the deep transformational experience work, right? This is what we do partially here in the podcast. That's the very same aligned sacred energy that you also experience in my events, in my experiment portal, in like my higher price portals. So if you want to like sort of compare it, I would say like Instagram vibe is similar to my lower price games, and then the podcast vibe is similar to my higher price portals. And we need both. Both serve a purpose, and like I said, you have to watch it, like you have to view it as a catapult, and you're pulling back like the fun short things on Instagram and in the games are like me pulling you back, And then what we are launching is actually the thing that you create during the podcast with me and then in the deeper experiences. Now, the experience starts the 2nd, and I have a full month to let in new amazing souls for this experience. The first one is always like, once I get the first person to sign up, my body relaxes. It's like, okay, it's happening. The first person is always just like the most, like, that's always like a little bit like, oh, I always get a little bit like about it. Like, okay, like, is it happening? Of course it's happening, but like, when is it happening, right? So that's the second thing I wanted to share. I don't know, I didn't ever think of this analogy. It just came up while talking to you guys. I have to take a sip of water. Wait 1 second, guys. Okay, so we can continue. And I just saw this like image in my mind that like sort of like a stewardess coming by and saying, "Welcome to your destination. You have arrived." So, welcome to your destination, guys. You have arrived. We are in the experience. I'm excited. So, I want to take you behind the scenes a little bit because I'm currently doing the experiment as well with a beautiful group of women. I've done a version in December that was a month version. I'm now doing a 2-month version with an amazing group. And then, of course, in March, we're going to do another 2-month version. So I am actually like, again, they're showing me the stewardess, and it's like I'm pulling back the curtains to show you a little bit behind the scenes. So I just recorded the audios for this week for the experience. What we do is every day on Monday until Thursday, the women in the group get a voice memo from me. And I always post it anywhere between 10 and 12 at night. They usually listen to it the next day. And then there are always like assignments attached to the voice memos. But like assignments that you want to do. Assignments that you're just like excited to do, right? It's like, oh, this is interesting. It sort of like brings everything to a deeper level. It's incredible. It's like not something that costs you energy. It's like something that gives you energy. And then every 2 weeks we have a live session, a live online coaching session, group online coaching session, where we dive really deep into the quantum physics and the neuroscience. So I have all these interesting videos that I show there about quantum physics and neuroscience, and we take things really to a deep level. And usually not everybody shows up during those live sessions, so we're usually with a smaller group, and there's also a lot of interaction and like ability to ask questions and everything. And in our last session we were with 2 live participants. One woman is in there because she really has chronic pain, and then the other one is in there because she considers herself not to be an aligned mom, and she wants to be an aligned and a better mom. And yesterday we were together for 2 weeks, and it was already so incredible to literally see the physical change in their appearance. Like literally everyone was like saying to each other, wow, you look so different. Like we could all see it. It was incredible. And even the person with physical pain, like chronic physical pain, said like, I don't know what's happening, but like the pain is still there, but it's like my relationship with it is completely different. I'm not identified with it anymore. There's like space coming between me and the physical pain, which was like incredible. And yesterday we dove deeper into the whole timeline discussion, right? Because I talk about timelines a lot, and how we have different timelines and how we can actually shift timelines. And both of them had the question for me, like, can you explain that a little bit more in depth? So I started talking, but in that moment I also felt like this is not the full answer, and I told them that. I'm like, I'm giving you guys an answer now, but this is just the beginning. So let's move on. Let's watch the videos that I've selected for you, and then let's see what happens during the rest of the week. So I showed them these videos, and I already feel like, wow, these videos in and of itself are shifting something inside of us. It's like it's happening. And I could notice that in their energy as well. So we end the call, and I wake up today, and I get all these downloads around the timeline. All these deep, in-depth explanation of timelines. Ooh, and a bird just shitted on my window. Hello, what are you trying to say here? Warning, 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 they're saying, because I was almost tempted to go in depth into what I actually was teaching. And it's like my guys are saying, no, warning, warning, warning. This is a spoiler alert. This is a spoiler alert. For more around this, you sign up for the experiment. So, without any further ado, you can sign up for the experiment starting today. I will link the description to the experiment in the description, or I will link the buy link in the description of this podcast. And I really, really hope to see as many of you possible in this experiment, because this is next level. And there are only a few early bird tickets, okay? So for all the information and to claim your early bird ticket for an experience that will change your life forever, like literally forever, go to sophieditmar.com/coming home. Okay? Love you guys. I will link it in the description as well. And have an amazing, amazing day, afternoon, or evening.